Okay, here we go. Here is your self-check for days 20 and 21, 22 and 23. I'm sorry, 19 and 20 will be on this video. And then 21 and 22 will be on the other video. I'm going to try to keep them both below 5 minutes. So take a look at what needs to be capitalized in number 1. It's a rule for traditional poetry that the first word of every line gets capitalized. So the, I, to, beyond. Looking at the abbreviations, you need to have the correct capitalization and punctuation in your abbreviations. Also, capital U period, S period, inch is IN period, building is BLDG period, senator is capital SEN period. Okay, so I had you do a couple things here and I tried to give you hints. And if you got it wrong, no big deal, but I just like you to fix it. So July, camp, and group are all objects of the preposition. So those are the words that are objects of the preposition. I like to put OP over those, and that's different than the subject of the sentence. I put arrows pointing to all the prepositions that precede or come before the objects: in, to, and with. Okay, take a look at number 4. Let's go if there, THEY apostrophe RE, ready. A lion lifted its, ITS, head and sniffed, meaning the head belonged to it. In this line, I'd like you to say IT apostrophe S equals it is. So remember that apostrophe means it is and does not show possession. That can be a little confusing. Your button is dangling from your shirt, YOUR. Wild is to tame, those are opposites, as fake is to genuine. And then I'm showing you a dependent clause in the sentence combining. Because the back has fallen off, comma, the kitchen chair needs to be repaired. There are other ways to do that correctly too. You could even hear me pause when I thought of another way to write that. But look for good capitalization and punctuation in your sentence. Okay, day 20, I'm cruising along, so always pause if you need to do one of the side tasks I ask you to do. Capitalization: the, Garrison, Dam, Lake, Sacagawea, that's probably wrong, North Dakota. So those names of landmarks are capitalized, like lakes and dams. 3/4 needs a hyphen in between it because it is a fraction. And then aren't needs an apostrophe N apostrophe T and a period at the end of that sentence. I forgot one thing in this key. It's an apostrophe in between the D and the S in Raymond's, okay? On the 1, 2, 3 over here on the side, I'd like you to write 3 more fractions written out, like 1/3, 2/4, I don't know, 1/5. So I want to see you practicing writing out 3 different fractions like 3/4. And I want to see those hyphens, okay? In number 3, John and Holly are the compound subjects. Mode is the verb. And after this equal sign, I want to see that that is just a verb. It's not a verb phrase. So mode equals verb. Okay. This is a good practice with possession. We use apostrophes to show belonging. My sister's hamster, the apostrophe goes between the R and the S because there's one sister. In letter B, there are 3 sisters. So because there are multiple sisters and the hamster belongs to all of them, that's why we have the S apostrophe. So that's the difference, is we have multiple people and the hamster belongs to all of them. Looking at number 5, those are pretty easy suffixes: returnable, ghostly, thoughtful. And then number 6, I would keep it pretty simple with that sentence. Both her first and last name were misspelled. You might have written it differently, but I think that is the easiest way. Okay, there's going to be a second video for the next